We're trying to give hope, and to start Akara business doesn't take a lot of money. To start roasting corn, or somebody even said about grant, you see they're saying that kuli doesn't take much. We didn't give them a loan, we gave it to them as a grant. So we've encouraged Nigerians as best as we could. What is within our hands, I have given, and I keep giving. And those are the things we've done. I remember giving for TB. When I heard there's so much TB cases, I gave 2 billion. To breast cancer, I gave 1 billion. To food malnutrition, I gave 500 million. So those are the things we've been doing, and making sure we can make sure that whatever this government is trying to do, that it will see the light of the day. So in agric we've done, in social investment we have, in education we've given a little bit of scholarship, ICT training, and with NIDA. So, and all those are things, and we are still open, still want to do more.
Hey, Tinubu wife, our dear pastor first lady, man, thank you for inspiring me. I've started my Akara business, man. As you advise us, I don't start Akara and Akamu business. You don't take anything. Please, back. Add this thing or that this thing. Nobody. Other market, back. We don't know, say our dear woman of God. We don't know, say this Akara business, they boom like this. After this, I'm also going to add Opehe and Ogiri. That is Dawadawa. They move. And also firewood. I go Wukari. We don't know, man. How many they don't say for them? How much you don't say? Back. In fact, now when I start Akara market, where Tinubu wife say make we do, night and see say her son, Sheyi Tinubu, now him they say for front there. Ajawa wegbo Sheyi Ekpele, Eshegoni. In fact, his stepdaughter, the husband, sister, daughter for Lashade, auntie for Lashade, she too, we don't know say na Akara she sell become Iyaloja. The market which they go do for Benin, for Oba Benin, she want make they sell Akara and Ogi. After that, we go come start to sell firewood from Wukari. No, let's not this thing bond. Now, President, why say make we sell Akara and this thing? Because since we start, now maybe pepper, now maybe salt. After that, also, we don't even know, say the APC women leaders where you share motor for. It is for them to start Akara and Akamu business. How much you want buy? How much you want buy, my sister? Papa, there's no time. Give me how many Akara you they buy? Please, buy nice Akara here. Tinubu wife inspired Akara. Our pastor first lady wife. You they try, madam. You they try. We don't know say US youths now Akara. They say now they use makeup. How many this thing? Papa, there's no time. We don't want 500 naira old. Madam, take. Customer.
There are moments in the life of a nation when leadership is tested not by what is said in a grand policy document, but by a few careless words spoken in a hallway. This week, Nigeria witnessed one of those moments, and it has left millions of citizens heartbroken, humiliated, and asking one painful question: do they even see us anymore? A video has gone viral. In it, the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Remi Tinubu, stands before correspondents at the State House in Abuja, fresh from a meeting with wives of state governors under her Renewed Hope initiative. And there, with the casualness of someone discussing the weather, she tells beneficiaries of government grants that starting an Akara business does not take a lot of money, that roasting corn does not take much, that kulikuli is another option worth considering. She reminds them almost proudly that what they received was a grant and not a loan, as if that was not a loan, as if that alone should silence every cry of hardship in this country. Nigerians, this is not a joke. This is not satire. This is the wife of the President of Nigeria speaking on behalf of government that promised renewed hope, telling citizens crushed by inflation, by fuel costs, by joblessness, that their future lies in a frying pan of bean cakes by the roadside. Let that sink in. While inflation eats away at the naira in your pocket, while graduates roam the streets with degrees that have become souvenirs, while families keep meals just to survive another day, the answer from the highest office in the land is Akara, roasted corn, kuli. We are not here to insult anyone who sells Akara for a living. There is dignity in every honest trade, and many Nigerians have indeed built homes and trained children through the sweat of roadside business. That has never been the issue. The issue, the real wound here, is the staggering disconnect it reveals. A government that came in promising renewed hope is now reduced to recommending survival trade to a population. It was elected to transform. Where is the renewed hope in being told to fry beans by the roadside when you were promised industries, jobs, and a thriving economy? And it gets even more painful when you remember who is saying this. This is a woman who, by her own admission, donated 2 billion naira to fight tuberculosis, 1 billion to support breast cancer treatment, 500 million against malnutrition. Numbers that, on paper, sounds generous. Yet, in the same breath, she turns to the ordinary Nigerians, the one with no billions to give away, tells them their salvation lies in the basin of a bean plate. The contrast is not just jarring, it is cruel. It tells you everything about how differently the powerful and the powerless are spoken in this country. Think about the young graduate who studied engineering for 4 years, who dreamed of building bridges and powering industries, only to be told by First Lady that frying Akara doesn't take much money. Think about the mother who once ran a small tailoring business that collapsed under the weight of inflation, now being advised to roast corn by the roadside as if it were progress. This is not empowerment. This is a quiet, devastating admission that the government has run out of real solution, and it is now outsourcing hope itself to charcoal and frying oil. Across social media, the anger has been swift and unrelenting. Nigerians have called the remarks an insult, a sign that these people governing the nation have lost all connection with the suffering of those they govern. Some have warned bitterly that history has a way of returning favors, that those who mock the poor today may find themselves tomorrow walking the very same road tomorrow. Others have pointed out with quiet devastation that this is what hope has been reduced to under this administration: a frying pan and a basin of corn. Yes, there will be those who rush to defend her, who say Akara is profitable, who say there is nothing shameful in honest labor. And they are right that trade itself carries no shame. But Nigerians are not angry at Akara. They are angry that the timing, the tone, and the source of this advice reveals just how far removed our leaders have become from the daily nightmare of survival in this country. This is not renewed hope. This is renewed disappointment. And Nigerians deserve so much more than crumbs and corn from a government that promised them the world. If this story moved you the way it moved millions of others across this nation, do not stay silent. Like this video, drop your honest thought in the comments, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe to this channel because we will continue holding power accountable, one truth at a time. Until I see you on the next video, remain blessed.